What is going on, everybody? So today I'm going to give you an update on the 75-gallon aquarium that has a canister filter. Now, I've done videos on this aquarium in the past, and I know a lot of people are interested in it. So let's go ahead and do a check-in, see how the tank is doing, how it's looking, how the corals are looking, how the fish are doing. Now, we went from a 55-gallon tank to a 75-gallon aquarium, but we kept the same canister filter. So how is that canister filter holding up? Let's check it out. I haven't been in this tank in a while, so let's see how it's doing. But first, now, for those of you who don't know, we are an aquarium shop here at Tanknicians. And, so we also treat injured fish. And this right here is a little seahorse who, if you look up top there, has got a really bad infection on his tail. This is common in seahorses. So this came from someone's tank. We took it out of their aquarium and we brought it here to the store. We are treating with antibiotics. This poor little buddy is upside down for now, but unfortunately, we can't give him really anything to hold on to because we don't want that that little bubble right there to pop and cause further infection. So for now, for the next day or two, we're gonna have to keep him like this and get him medicated. And this one down here had the sore too, but it's finally starting to clear up, and you can see he's doing much better now in this tank after the antibiotics. This infection was a bit worse, but I know it looks bad, but we just got to give it time and to heal. Last thing I want is for that to be an open wound, because that could just cause other type of situations on the seahorse and stress it out even more. Also had this beautiful golden Cuban basslet in. Now, we got this from a customer's aquarium, and it was just getting absolutely wrecked by the fish in the aquarium. There's a couple of Anthias and I think a Springery dotty back there. We're just picking on this poor fish. You can see there's some bruising on the side. There's, if you look closely at its bottom lip there, you can see some there's some flesh missing there. He tried to defend himself, but I think he was just getting picked on too much. I was hoping the aggression was aside, because the last thing I want to do is take a fish out of an aquarium. But unfortunately I had to. He was just hovering at the top and not in good shape. So we got him in here, again, treating with antibiotics to help him heal, de-stress him, and hopefully eventually down the road we can bring him back to the tank, but we can be more prepped for it, and we can add a bunch of fish at once and hopefully curb that aggression. And once he gets a little bit more weight on him, he gets a little bit bigger, he for sure will be able to handle himself. Also have these 3 seahorses right here that are in this 10-gallon aquarium that are finished their treatment. They are looking healthy. It's kind of cool because this one was the same color as those, but it's lightened up. They are doing great. They're eating like champs. We feed them 5-6 times a day, small feedings. They're looking great. They're fully healed and they are ready to go to a forever home. So I'm very happy about that. That makes me, I always feel really good about when we're able to help fish and help, animals get better. So it's a big win. I'm glad we do what we do here. Also, one more thing I want to bring up, there's a lobster right here, a reef lobster. If anybody is in the Palm Beach County area, wants to stop by our store, and you guys can pick up this reef lobster for free. I don't have a home for it. It's yours if you want to come pick it up. Give it a good home. That's all I ask. And there's some other fish, but this is the last fish I will show you guys for now. This is a bicolor angel, and he's got a little bit of something on him, but we are treating with formalin, and he's in therapeutic level formalin. We're going to get him healed up there, get rid of whatever little parasite that's on him. But he was looking really rough before. He's looking great right now. He's eating like a champ right now. That's why he's up front right now, because he wants to eat. He thinks I'm about to feed him. He's doing really good, and I'd say this fish will be ready for a home in about 3 weeks or something like that. So I think he's got another week and a half on meds, and then probably a week or 2 on observation. But then this fish will be ready to go to its new home. All right, so now that I kind of went through that with you guys, let's go ahead and pack up the truck and head to the job, and I'll show you guys the 75-gallon tank with a canister filter. All right, so here we are at the aquarium, and everything is looking great. Look at the pulsing is really taking off. That is such a pretty coral. I know it gets a lot of grief, but that's a pretty coral. Pallies taking up that whole side. We separated those off so that they can't spread onto the rock because they grow like crazy. Mushroom looking good. Rocks look clean. Pallies down here a little bit. Pulsing is spread to the rock there. Anemones look a little small. Clownfish loving them though. Then over here we have this really big cabbage coral that's like almost as big as a dinner plate. That's it's an underrated coral right there, the neon cabbage coral. Then down below we have a big colony of hammer coral. So we do have some LPS in here as well as that Balasto. So there's some LPS in here. I'd like to add more LPS to this tank. Just add some variety. It's softy dominated right now, so it'd be nice to kind of balance it out. The sand, I love this texture sand in here. There's big chunks of like seashell in there. Oh, and before I forget, I recently added that star polyp. So hopefully that can grow and have a nice little spot in this aquarium too. I'm gonna probably remove some of that pulsing xenia today. I'm probably gonna leave the pallies alone for now because they're kind of isolated. This tank is running off of 2 AI primes. For a tank like this, that's really all you need. And this is the canister filter, very simple fluval filter. Nothing too crazy here, straight to the point. And it's a rather undersized filter for this size tank, but as you guys can see, it is absolutely doing the job and everybody in the tank is happy. And this tank is, you know, it's not overly stocked. There's not a huge amount of bio load in here. There are some big fish, but there's just, you know, I think total less than 10 fish in this whole tank. So being a 75 gallon, that's not terrible. All right, so we're gonna be doing a water change today. So I got the hose set up. We're gonna drain outside and then I'll use the tank water to clean the canister filter out. So we're just gonna go ahead and spray out these sponges the best we can using the draining tank water. Get them cleaned up, get any like broken down organics out of there. We don't wanna clean them too good. We don't wanna lose some of that beneficial bacteria. But I mean, they are pretty clean. They're not terrible. The canister filter, surprisingly, is not terribly dirty. It's actually not bad at all. But we'll just give it a quick rinse and it should be fine. All right, so that's the update on the canister filter aquarium that we service. And if we do any major changes, I will definitely share it. I'm happy with the way things are working out. Whoa, so I just got back here at the shop and something really cool just arrived and I have to show you guys. This thing is a beast. Look at the size of this chiller for an aquarium that we're going to be servicing. Yeah, look at that, that's huge. So this is a 5,000 gallon aquarium and their water is like crazy hot. It's like 80 something degrees and the fish aren't looking too good. So they desperately, the chiller that they have is just not working. It's just not able to keep up. So we got this massive, this is bigger than the my AC compressor that I have in my house. This is an absolute monster. And here comes Tommy coming along, getting the cart ready so we can lift it up on the box truck. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna deliver that today to the customer and get it prepped because this tank desperately needs it. And while we're there, you can check out this aquarium. It's 5,000 gallons. It's pretty cool, something to show you. We're gonna do a quick drop in and you guys wanna stick around and take a look at that? Yeah, let's go. Come along for the ride. Oof. All right, so we just installed the compressor for the chiller and they gotta build a slab right here for it to set on, but it's here for now. We just gotta do the rest of it later. We're just waiting on the workers to complete that. And the rest of the filtration is in here. So give you guys a quick glimpse of the sump. All that down there. Massive protein skimmer, which is working like a champ. Look at that. Look at all that gunk out of there. I think it's a monster. And then that's the old chiller. So that chiller is rated for like 1,000 gallons. Yeah, that's the old chiller right there. Look how small that is. Yeah, and what was the temperature of the tank the other day?
A couple months ago, the fan broke in there. The chiller wasn't keeping up. It was like 88 degrees.
88 degrees.
And then it took over a week to drop the temperature down to 80 with that chiller. So.
All right, so much needed. There it is, and we'll take a look inside at the tank. Slowly making improvements to the tank, slowly, but whenever we can, because there's a lot that needs to be done in this tank to get it to where it needs to be. And when we first got this aquarium, the fish were not looking good. They were dying. Couldn't keep fish in here very long. So these things that we're doing, like you can't have water that's 88 degrees. Fish will not tolerate that. So we're having to get a chiller that's gonna be properly able to handle the amount of water that's here. So I'll show you the tank. But there's some other stuff we have done too, which I'll do and I'll link in I'll show you guys another video of the other stuff that we've done to maintain this tank. Sorry, I'm breathing heavy, but we just had to lift that compressor and move it, so I'm out of shape. This tank is like something you would see at like an aquarium, something like a SeaWorld, or look at this, Harlequin Tusk, Achilles Tang, Look Downs, Powder Blue Tang, different types of angels. Like we got everything in here. Wow. Yeah, Big Blue Angel. But like I said, I want to check what the water temperature is right now. There's a lot of bio. There's some eels in here. I believe there's a couple of zebras and a snowflake eel. The tank is currently running at 84 degrees, almost 85 degrees. Good Lord. Ooh, that sure is much needed. I think we're gonna notice a drastic difference once this thing is hooked up, and the fish are gonna be much happier and not so stressed. Should have been considered originally, but this is where we're at. All right, I'm gonna stop the video right there because we gotta get this chiller up and running. We gotta get these fish happy and healthy again. So back to the grind. I will definitely keep you up to date going forward with this tank, and hopefully we have success. Thanks for watching.